And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
It's 2nd and 8.
Hey, exit.
The 27-yard line.
56, Mike, 56.
Now Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
On the ground, McCaffrey looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, orbit.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
At the 29-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Watson now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fernandez. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Breaks free again. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
First down, Texans.
Set. 19. Here we go. Tight end left. Tight end left.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Justin Jackson, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet, see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the shotgun, they run with Smith, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
20. 54. Real. Watch the recon, 132 fighter.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They run again on first down, Chubb. A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. Now it's Smith. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. These two teams all tied after one. Now Mayfield running left on the option. And a short gain down to about the 33.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Tight right. Hey, alert. One touch.
Mayfield down. Got a man, Slayton. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is McCaffrey. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. He lets this one fly toward the back. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now it's Watson. Dancing to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. From the 50, it's Watson. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Forced out to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will knot us up at 10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into that.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Set. 20. Mike's 56. All right, G, let's try. All right, G. 56 to Mike. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. My touch.
Throwing on second down. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Better bring it. Back up.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So we have reached halftime here and a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 36-yard line.
From the 36, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mack Wilson gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up third down. Watson on third down. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And it played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up third and
right there, 56. Here we go.
On third down, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
After the interception, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a run with McCaffrey. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Watch the screen.
From the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire. And they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
From the 38. Mayfield, he's going to rifle one deep, and that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter now up in Seattle. And the Rams have scored again, able to stretch their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Hey, 24. Oh, that's 22, Mike, 22. Down and up, down and up.
Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. This is Miller, complete. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
Set, 19. 22's coming, Mike. 39.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. On 2nd and 12, Watson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And that's complete to McCaffrey. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
We got 4. Like 22, he's got us. Let's put him behind him, look. Let's put that team on the hunt. Check 26, check 26. Let's twist.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Here's Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
2nd and 10. At the
19. 53. Watch the slat.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
The Browns take over first and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I got you.
A give to Smith out of the gun. And some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Brings up second and 5.
180. Crunch time, defense.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right there, 56. Tackle. Hurry.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Come on, boy. You back.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
That's a gain of 7.
Regular.
Makes it 3rd.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, let's get this.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. On 2nd and goal, Mayfield.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. Chubb, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face, and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Texans 13. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme?
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And that will set him up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, man.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 9-yard line.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Here we go. Here we go. Like 20 times, we go.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man. Complete. 20. 10. A big-time play there for the Texans. 77 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Out of the gun, Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2.
Watch the pass. Alert. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Hey, check.
He's back to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Eric Murray. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Set, 180! King!
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. It's caught. Beckham. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, Stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Browns, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.